The A-10 Thunderbolt II, the first post-World War II U.S. Air Force aircraft designed for close air support of ground forces, is a simple, effective and armored jet aircraft, more resistant to enemy fire than any other fighter, a single-seat, twin-engine aircraft designed to attack ground targets, including tanks and other armored vehicles. The A-10 is used only by the United States Air Force, and is planned to remain in service until 2028. The A-10 Thunderbolt II is a single-seat, twin-engine jet fighter that specializes as an air support fighter that was built in the early 1970s, produced by the aircraft manufacturer Fairchild Republic. The company was founded in 1925 and changed owners several times, the last time the company was bought by an Israeli defense industry, Elbit Systems. The A-10 Thunderbolt II was designed for the U.S. Air Force's need for close air support, for troops on the ground from enemy tanks or armored fighting vehicles. The A-10 was the first U.S. combat aircraft designed for air support. The aircraft is armed with the GAU-8 Avenger heavy rotary gun as its main weapon, being the heaviest rotary gun ever mounted on a fighter aircraft. Some parts of the fuselage are armored, with a total weight of more than 540 kilograms. These parts are designed to be able to continue functioning for as long as possible. With the protection of the armor layer, it is expected that the aircraft can continue to fly, even though it has suffered severe damage. It is not surprising that until now the U.S. Air Force still operates the A-10 Thunderbolt II. The A-10 was named after the P-47 Thunderbolt, a fighter that was very effective in air support during World War II. In U.S. fighter aviation, the A-10 Thunderbolt, nicknamed the Warthog or Hog, is an airborne fighter for secondary missions, providing air control to the front lines, and guiding other fighters to attack targets on the ground. Of the A-10 variants, the A-10 Thunderbolt will continue to be used by the U.S. Air Force through 2028. Before the advent of the A-10 Thunderbolt II, the U.S. Air Force was criticized for not seriously providing specialized fighter aircraft air support for troops on the ground. In the Vietnam War, many U.S. warplanes were down while being used to carry out attacks in ground combat. The planes were easily destroyed with light armament fire. Combat helicopters such as the Bell, A-1 Iroquois and A-1 Cobra turned out to be unsuitable for dealing with enemy armored vehicles. Both helicopters are equipped only with anti-personnel machine guns and rockets with close-range targets. While supersonic fighter jets such as the F-100 Super Sabre, F-105 Thunderchief, and F-4 Phantom II have a flight speed that is too fast, so that the crew cannot shoot at surface targets accurately, nor freely maneuver on the ground battle. The only air support fighter considered effective at the time was the A-1 Skyraider, but it was considered an obsolete fighter. In 1966, the U.S. Air Force established the AX, Attack Experimental, program, led by Colonel Avery K. On March 6, 1967, the Air Force asked 21 defense industry companies to participate in the AX program. The purpose of the program was to conduct studies to obtain a low-cost design of a surface attack fighter. In 1969, the U.S. Air Force asked Pierre Sprey for details of the proposed AX program. Sprey discussed with A-1 Skyraider pilots who served in the Vietnam War, concluding that they needed a fighter capable of long-range maneuverability in combat. Low speed, has an automatic cannon with strong firepower, and is able to survive the enemy's counterattack on the ground. In addition, the cost of manufacturing per one aircraft unit should be less than $3 million. Finally, the desired aircraft specifications are that the aircraft has a maximum speed of 740 km per hour, armed with a 30 mm caliber machine gun, a takeoff runway of 1,200 meters, an external transport of up to 7,300 kilograms, a combat radius of 460 kilometers, and a cost per unit of $1.4 million. Production of the first A-10 Thunderbolt jet fighter first flew in October 1975, and delivery to the U.S. Air Force began in March 1976. A total of 715 A-10 Thunderbolts have been produced, the last being delivered to the U.S. Air Force in 1984.